Hello and welcome to CKE 10,000 Gaming channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my Fate Apocrypha English deck profile. This deck build runs 17 level 0s, 9 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 13 level 3s, and 8 climax cards. So the first card we're going to take a look at is the Runner. I'm running 2 copies of True Name Rider of Black. And depending on your locals meta, you can run this at 3 copies if you need to, and reduce the level 0 Sieg to 2 copies. So you can do 3 runners and 2 beater cards, or you can do 2 runners and 3 beater cards. Up to you, depending on what your color bounce and what your locals are like. Then I'm running 3 copies of Like Scattered Petals, Berserker of Black. It has 1 auto effect. When this card is put onto into the waiting room from stage, you can discard a card. If you do, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up Master or Servant card from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and put the rest into the waiting room. So it's like, I guess, on death, winter moments type card. Then I'm running 3 copies of Secret of Pedigree, Saber of Red, Brainstormer. It has 3 effects. The first is this card cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. Second is your other character in the middle position of your center stage get 500 power. Third is activate Brainstorm, pay 1 rest card, flip over 4 cards, and for each class card revealed, choose up to 1 character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it's a salvage Brainstormer. And then I'm running 3 copies of Master's Qualification Sieg. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. All your other characters get the following ability. Continuous. This card cannot side attack. Second effect is auto. When this card is placed on stage, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your waiting room, and this card gets plus X power. X equals to 1000 multiplied by the number of Master, Servant, or Monkless characters revealed amongst those cards. So this is the card that you can swap out for more runners if needed. And then I'm running 3 copies of Brimming with Confidence, Saber of Red. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top of your deck or into the waiting room. Second effect is when this card is placed on stage from hand, pay 1, take a hit. If you do, choose a level 1 or lower character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it's like a plussing card at level 1 for 1 stock and taking a hit. So it's a Ricky. Then I'm running 3 copies of Saint Ruler. It has 2 effects. The first is all your other Master or Servant or Homunculus characters get plus 500 power. Second is activate Restless card, choose a face down card in your level and put it face up. So it helps kind of combo with your command seals, which is the cards in your level, which is the theme of this deck. And then at level 1, I'm running 2 copies with my command seal spell Ruler. This card is errata. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose one of your Master, Servant, or Homunculus characters, and that character is plus 500 power until end of turn. And the second effect is when this card attacks, you can pay 1, flip over a card in your level. If you do, all your other Servant characters gets plus 1 soul until end of turn. So that's what the errata is, the until end of turn clause for both abilities. And then I'm running 2 copies of Dual Archer of Black. It has 1 auto effect. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can put a Master or Servant character from your hand into a waiting room and put a face-up card in your level face down. If you do, choose a Master or Servant character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it helps kind of swap characters, essentially. Swap characters in your hand. And then I'm running 1 copy of Bridal Chest Berserker of Black. It has 1 auto effect. This ability activates once per turn. When you use an act effect, this card gets the following ability until end of turn. Auto, when this card is battle when reversed, you may put the top card of your deck into your stock. So it gets you 1 free stock if you get a reverse. So it's just a tech copy in this deck for 1. And then I'm running, well, you can run either level 1 combos in this deck. Currently, I'm running 4 copies of Adjudicator Ruler. It has 1 Climax combo effect. When this card attacks, if a card named Luminuese Internal is in your Climax area, and the number of cards in your stock is 5 or less, look up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 Master, Servant, or Homunculus character from one of them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. So this ability, Climax combo, doesn't need to reverse, so it's nice that way. So, and it combos off a wind or bounce trigger. Depending on your locals meta, if you can reverse your opponent's characters, you can run the level 1 Astolfo combo instead. And it's has 1 auto effect, which is the Climax combo. When this card battle opponent is reversed, if a card named Master's Command is in your Climax area, this card gets the following ability until next turn. When this card is frontal attack, you may return this card to your hand, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Master, Servant, or Homunculus character, add it to your hand. So this can dodge and deny your opponents on verse combos, and also plus you. So it all depends on what your locals is like, whether you need to reverse or not. So you can go either 1 combo. And then the Astolfo combo combos off a book trigger, Master's Command, which is this Climax. Just try to focus on it a bit. And then I'm running 1 copy, and then the Jean combo is the bounce trigger right there. And then I'm running 1 copy of the promo card Petite Saber of Red. It has 1 continuous effect. This card gets plus 1,000 power for each of your other Master or Servant characters. Notice that the cost is 1 stock, but the base soul is 2. So this is a very nice card that way. Oh, sorry about that. My memory card got full, so I had to delete some videos and continue on filming with this video. So the next card I'm running is 1 copy of King of Capital Punishment, Lancer of Black. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your opponent's center stage characters, and that gets minus 1,000 power. The second effect is auto. When this card becomes reversed, if the level of this card's battle point is higher than your opponent's level, you may put that character on the bottom of your opponent's deck. So it's just an early play bottom deck reverser. And then I'm running 1 copy of Deep Satisfaction Berserker of Black backup. Its effect is when you use the card's backup effect, you can pay the cost, which is pay 2, put a Master or Servant character from your hand into your waiting room. If you do, choose a character of level higher than your opponent's level and put it on the bottom of your opponent's deck. So again, it's an early play backup Punisher that puts it on the bottom of your opponent's deck. Then I'm running 3 copies of Final Flash, Saber of Red. This card has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from hand, you can heal 1. Second effect is Climax combo. When this card is placed attacks, if a card named Clarent is in your Climax area, you can flip a face-up card in your level face down, pay 2 stock. If you do, deal X damage to your opponent, and this card gets plus 3,500 power until the end of opponent's turn, and X equals to the number of cards face down in your level area. And then you use the card like the level 1 ruler to flip the cards in your level zone face down to deal more damage to your opponent for the saber. Kind of the gimmick of the deck is the level being your command seals. And then I'm running 3 copies of La Pucelle Ruler. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. During your turn, this card gets plus 500 power for each of your other Master, Servant, or Homunculus characters. Second effect is auto. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you can discard a card. If you do, this card gets plus 6,500 power until end of turn. And auto, at the beginning of your Encore step, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Put this card into your waiting room. Choose up to 1 card named Letitia in your waiting room and put it on the stage position that this card was on. So extra pings during the Encore step to push more damage through to finish the level 3 game. And then I'm running 2 copies of Massacre, Assassin of Black. It's the blue level 3 in the deck. It has 3 effects. The first is continuous. During this card's battle, all players cannot play backup from hand. Second effect is when this card is placed on stage, draw up 2 cards, choose a card in your hand, put it into waiting room. Third effect is when this card attacks, you may pay the cost, discard 2 cards from your hand into the waiting room. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So, a lot of the times, I would like to combo the Fafnir level 3 with this Assassin. And then I'm running 2 copies of Luminosité Eternal Ruler. It has 3 effects. The first is if the number of climaxes in your waiting room is or less, gets customizable levels, or you early play it. Second effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, draw up to 1 card, choose up to 1 cost 1 or lower character in your hand and put it on the stage position, on any stage position. And the third effect is at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay the cost, put a card from your hand in your waiting room. If you do, choose one of your master or servant or Molgus characters, and that character gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. So it's has 3 useful effects. And then kind of the key card, level 3 card of the deck is Depraved Dragon Fafnir that I'm running at 3 copies. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your arena room, so it heals 1. The second effect is auto. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose one of your characters, and that character gets flying ability until end of turn. Auto, this ability activates once per turn. When damage dealt by this card is cancelled, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. And then at the beginning of your Encore step, put this card face down into your memory. So you put this Fafnir into your memory face down, and it gives another character on negate on cancel, deal 1 damage. So that's the 3 I was talking about, the combo with the Assassin of Black card. Because Fafnir's auto ping triggers on negate, Assassin of Black has 2 instances of dealing damage, her on attack ping and her normal attack. So that's why Fafnir combos well with it. Fafnir also combos well with the Final Flash Saber of Red because it has 2 instances of dealing damage to your opponent. And then the last 8 cards of the deck are the Climax cards. I'm running 4 copies of the red character salvage Climax Clarent. So that's for the level 3 finisher combo, Final Flash Saber of Red. And depending on which level 1 combo you use, Jean or Stoffel, you can run either the yellow Climax or the blue book Climax Master's Command. So the yellow Climax is the win/bounce trigger that I'm running 4 copies of. And if you're running the Stoffel combo, you would be running the blue book trigger Climax Master's Command. So you can do either or. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check EncoreDecks.com and the link in the description below to see an overview of this deck build.